Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Smart Data Learners by datascientist.ca. So viewers, we are bringing today a new project in Power BI, and the goal is to learn interaction of Power BI and SQL Server. And in this project, we will utilize the Microsoft sample database AdventureWorks and which is resided in SQL Server. So let's begin the overview of this project. So the overview is a build an interactive Power BI dashboard with SQL Server and AdventureWorks step-by-step tutorial. Unlock the full potential of your data with this step-by-step tutorial on Power BI, building Power BI dashboard using SQL Server and AdventureWorks database. Learn how to connect to SQL Server, import AdventureWorks data, and create powerful interactive visuals in Power BI. This project is perfect for data analysts, BI professionals, and beginners seeking to master data modeling and reporting. Data used. Data used is AdventureWorks database, and we're connecting to Power BI to SQL Server, importing and transforming AdventureWorks data, creating effective data models, designing dashboard with advanced visuals. Why we are using AdventureWorks? So that is perfect for learning databases. This is Microsoft official sample DB, real world retail scenario, sales, HR, production. There are a lot of tables in that and relationships which is beyond the scope of this project. So the software we need are SQL Server Express or Developer Edition, SQL Server Management Studio, and Power BI Desktop latest. So we will first go through the one of the completed project, and then we will start building. So let's go to the project we have already completed. So we will go to the okay viewers. So here we are in this project, and And in the first page, we have the sales overview, where we have some slicers on the top, which can be used to select data. And these are the months. Here we can select country, customer, subcategory, products, category, product name, and then this chart is sales by product category. So here we can see that most of the sales are bikes, followed by accessories, and then clothing. So this is a budget for some specific periods. Like for example, we will be comparing with the 2011 uh, sales and budget, what was expected, right? And here is the sales by customer city, sales by product name, sales by customer city in a map. These are product details. The same filters we already explained. And then we have sales and budget amount. We have these here as well. We have the sales by customer city location, sales by products, top 10 products, so on. And then we have product categories, accessories. In the accessories, what was sold, bikes. Okay, so these are the accessories, and these are the clothing, and these and so on. So this data is here. And the third is customer details. Same filters, customer city subcategory like before. Same sales, budget amount, difference, sales by customer city, sales by gender, sales by customer city. Basically, that has some extra features showing sales by the customers. For example, these are their major customers. Customer full name, month. Okay, viewers. So now, viewers, we will go to our project. And in our project, and we will see how we can import the data and so on. So we'll see you in the next session. So viewers, if you like this video, these projects, please like and share our videos, and also subscribe to our channel. That will motivate us to create more and more projects for our viewers. Okay, viewers, welcome back. Now we will start building the project which we have gone through. So let's start it by saving our, we have opened a new project file, and we will save it. as a ADVENTUR AdventureWorks Power BI November 18th file. And as now we have the project file open, so as always, first we will work on importing the data into a Power BI. So let's begin with the importing the data. So we will import a date table from SQL Server. So here we will go to the SQL Server database, and viewers, we have already opened our SQL Server Management Studio. So we will first let's have these credentials copied somewhere because we will need these. We need a server name, so we will save it. And we will be using second we will also need the database name. So this is the database name, and then we will use the queries. So let's minimize it, and first we will use the SQL Server name. That is our SQL Server name, and the database we are using is, as already discussed, that would be AdventureWorks Data Warehouse 2019. And we will use advanced option where we will write a query. So that will be our first query. So we will basically what we are selecting is selecting date, all of these columns of the date table in the dim date table from the adventureworks.dbo.dim date. So we already have created SQL videos for learning, but these are some basic videos we are using here. What it does is select, and then all these fields we need. You're basically selecting all the fields from field names and then from this database name and table. So we'll write OK. So we have the data here, and we will basically load it. So this data is being uploaded, and we will give it a name. Dim underscore date. So we'll give it a dim underscore date. So if we go to the home and we can go to the transform, see we have all the data here. Okay, so now we'll close it. Next, we will be using the dim underscore customer. So now we'll get this data. As always, go to the SQL. We will use the server name, database name, basically. Actually what we will do is, let's see, I think we missed one step. SQL Server is a database name and server name, because we will go directly to the table we need, so we'll go to the advanced options and we will use this okay, so let's run this. Okay, we'll load it and we will give it a name dim underscore customer. That is a dimension table, belongs to the customer. Dim underscore customer is our list. And then we need product. So first we will go to the SQL, and in the SQL we will connect to the SQL Server. We will use server name, and it's a direct query. And for that, we will basically what we will do is use this products table. So basically viewers here it says select p dot product key, alternate key, and all of these things we need: color, size, from AdventureWorks dot product as p left join. So basically we are joining, which is basically this is beyond the scope of this project, but let me quickly go through. It's joining the dim product subcategory on dim product subcategory SPS on PS dot subcategory is equal to P dot product subcategory key. So basically product table has a subcategory key, and we are using that subcategory key to get the subcategory name from the product subcategory table. So we have created some other videos, so you can go through from them. But right now, for quickly, we will go through this another left join dim product category as PC on PS dot product category is equal to PC dot product category. Okay, so order by P dot product key ascending. So we'll run this. So these are the product item code, product key. We will load the data. And we'll give it a name. Dim underscore dim underscore product. So dim product we have uploaded. Now we have a customers table, we have a date table, we have a products table, and now we'll need an internet fact table. So basically that is the most important table to have. Where we will get the sales amount. So again we will go fact underscore internet sales. So here we will connect again SQL Server, and we will use This is the basically that is the name of my server, and that is the database name. And as usual, we go directly to the table and run our fact internet sales query. So this is basically product key, order date key, order due date, ship date, and so on, and the sales amount, which is the most important. So the see this product key belongs to the dim product. Customer key belongs to the customer dimension, and order date is belongs to the date dimension, and the sales amount is a fact that we will be measure. And now we'll say it okay, and we will load the data, and we'll give it a name fact internet sales. Fact internet sales. And one more table we need is a budget, which we will compare to the sales to budget sales. So let's import. That is, budget is basically it's a temporary file. It's an Excel file. So we'll get the fact. We see. And we'll give it a name. Fact underscore budget. So we'll go to the home, and then we'll see the transform. We'll see if the data how it looks like, or it does it need some work to modify anything. So so far so good. This date table looks good. This is our customer table. This is product table. This is fact internet table. So what we can do in the date table, what we can do is we can select So what we can do is we can remove 2005, 6, 7, 8. No need this. So basically what we can do is 2006, 7, 8, 9. I think we can safely work data beyond 2010. The reason is no. We have to okay. Basically, we're working on a calendar. Yeah, we can work with 2009, 2010, 11, 12, and 13 and 14. Okay, and now we can apply. Okay, let's go to the you see dim underscore customer is connected to customer key of the fact internet sales. Product is also connected to the fact internet sales. The date table, we can connect this date. We can connect this to full date. Many to one, right? And the same thing we can do with the okay. So basically what it does is it's one on one. So we have each unique budget basically is basically the beginning of the month. So we'll make this relationship active, right? We'll save our table and we will start building. We think we need some measures too. Let's see what measures we need. Budget underscore amount. So we'll basically create a new table just to store the measures separately. We give it a name key, and in the key measures, and then we have a sales. This is the basic measures. Just there's another measure. We basically that measure is sales minus budget amount. So we'll give it a difference budget budget versus sales. And then we have sales divided by budget. Sales divided by budget. Right. Let's do that. So I think we have all the required fields. So what we will do is now we will add some cards. Okay. So what we do is first we will add a card. And we will put a sum of sales. think we're selecting a slicer. No, we don't need a slicer. We need a card. Sorry. And in the card, we use sales amount. That is our we'll make it total sales. And now we'll copy this and this is budget amount. Basically, we're just to that. Let me see what's the budget amount. How the budget amount is calculated. We have to see that. It's very important to always we will check the total of the budget. It's 21.1 million. It's right, but it's that only belongs to 2 years. But we are getting the sales for overall total sales. We'll look into that. That's an important. We should always investigate how much is the budget amount. Basically, this belongs to 2 years, and this is all data. So we'll see further how much these sales, many years of sales this have, and we'll try to fix that, or we'll use these as is. Let's another one. That will be the difference of these two. We'll give it a name. Budget amount. So what it says is that total sales we have overall is 29 millions, and in for all the years. But for the budget amount, basically what we can assume from there that most of the sales have happened during the 2011 and 12, because these are overall sales. We'll see that. Let's see. We can check, we can run a check again on this. We'll add this table and we'll add calendar year in the columns, and sales amount. Let's say we'll add so basically what we see is that most of the sales fall within the 2011 and 2012. You see in the 2013 we have sales of 16 million. In 2014 we have lesser sales. So the most sales were in the 2013, and then followed by 2011, 12. Basically 14 and 10 have no sales. And let's add also the budget. You see in the budget sales we have most of these budgeted, basically they budgeted on 2011 and 12. We don't have the amount for the 13, 11 and 12. So we can say that basically we are comparing this budget to we can add a slicer. Let's say, let's do that one thing, uh, the top. And in this slicer, we will add calendar year. We will make it a tiles. So as we know that we can, basically what we can do is we can compare 2011 in this 2011 we have sales volume, actual sales volume is this, but budget they were forecasted, they were required to do the sales of 15 million, right? So that's what it says. So we can look into that. And in 2012, their sales were 5.8 millions, but budget was 6 million. So that's how we can look into that, right? So this slicer is very important. We will keep it here. And if we need to select the slicer to compare these, right? So we can, let's say we can single select, multi select. So so basically what we'll do is we need to select. We have option that it will not be having all these years. We must select 1 year to look at the dates, right? So in this 2010, we have no amount, so it's blank. 2011, we are okay. So yeah, that makes sense now. We'll, okay. So we will always have three years, so we can move forward to that will give us some space, right? So we have this first visual budget and this, right? Now we want months as well. We'll put another slicer, but let's say we'll keep this one. We'll use the months here. So this option we can keep it as a okay, so for example, in the month of 2011, you see in the month of 2011, April, if we don't select overall, but if we select, we can compare it with the August. So that's how we can compare with these months. We can verify this data by, let's we can put the table here, and we'll select so we'll go to the, let's see. Okay, but I think we are done with these three. We'll look into that later on. So let's begin our project further. Overall, in the 2011, we are behind 8 million, right? And we also need some slicer customer. Basically, this is customer city. Okay, so we will do it drop down. and then we have a subcategory. Okay, so we have these, and the next is product category. Okay, so the fourth one is the product name. Product name. So we have these as well as okay. The next is sales by month. So here we will use a donut chart, and in this donut chart we will use month and sales. And sales amount in the values. Let's format these so that it looks better. And visual sales by sales by month. So basically it's give us, let's have the legend on. Yeah, that makes sense now. So if we select the month, it will only give us a month. If this is 2011, this is in 2012, this is 2010, and so on. So we have built one visual, and now we need sales by customer city. So basically, I think that is sales by product. Oh, sorry, this one, the first, this is sales overview. Sales overview, and here we need to sales by category, product category. Sales by product category. Sales by product category, and we can select the product category in the we see in 2014 we have some products, accessories and clothing. 2013 we have some bikes and accessories, but in 2012 we only have bikes, and 2011 we only have bikes. One thing we can do is, if we, let's make this slicer settings. Selection, uh, we can say that we don't need, we can overall we can see how the sales are, right? But exact information we will get is by selecting this. See, in this 2012 we have this, 2013 we have few of these. So that's how this works. We can just remove that, it's overall sales overview. Yeah, that's, we can say it's a sales overview. Now we need sales by customer city. Top 10, I think top 10 cities. So we will use clustered bar chart. and in this bar chart, we will see the customer city in the y-axis, customer city in the y-axis, and sales in the x-axis. Sales amount in the x-axis. What we can do is I think we can select top 10 cities. So in the filter, we will select top and top 5, let's say top 10, because we have space for that, and by sales, and apply. So we have 1, 2, 3, top 10 cities are, so these are the top 10 cities. So one thing we can do is we can use gradient to look better. Bars, color, gradient by sales max. Okay, and we don't need a legend. So we have London is the most darker and so on. And then we need, please copy the same, and this will be sales by customer city, and this will be sales by product name. And we'll go to the visual, and here we, instead of customer city, we will use product name, and we can see that sales by product name, and we have let's do something general. Instead of basic filtering, we'll top and okay, so that makes sense. We can only select one top and filter. Okay. These are the, and the next is sales by budget amount. So for the budget amount, we will use line chart, and in the line chart we will use two things: month and sales amount. Budget amount. So, and the title will be, let's change the title, sales by month, sales comparison, sales comparison by bud for budgeted sales, right? And another thing we can do is you see some of sales amount is less, but the budget is also, we are below the budget. But we can, one more thing we can do for that is, let's organize the dim date, month name, Okay, so we will sort these. Let's do that here. We want to sort the month, English month, sort by month number of year. Okay, let's see. Let's do that in okay, now we have that. Basically, we have to ascending order, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So this is basically sorted by the if these are not in order, we can go here and we can sort these by English number of month and then sort by the column we want to sort this month number. Okay, so let's go back to our you see in sum of budget was 669, but the actual sales were two. Actual sales were okay. Budget. Let's further sales amount and budget budgeted sales. Okay, budgeted sales. So budgeted sales were 2 million and actual sales were okay. One more thing we can do is let's do that now. Yeah, see now we have that makes sense. Budgeted sales are 2 million and actual sales amount. So let's make it better, more actual sales amount. So actual sales amount was 669, budgeted were these. So now it looks better. So basically we have a difference, and this is overall difference of 2011, and by month it's like this. Now the last chart for that portion sales overview is sales by customer city. So here we will need a chart. Here, where is the chart? So there is the chart. You can put it here. This is a great learning. You see, we are having all this data from SQL Server, and now it's very uh, uh, like it gives us the information what's happening within the organization. Otherwise, if we are just looking at the data, it's hard to know what's actually happening. So here we will add in the customer city, we will add the size, it's customer city in the location, upgrade that, and sales, sales would be from the fact internet sales. The sales amount will be in the size of the bubble. So basically, we can use sales amount and customer city. One more thing, because the goal is to know more as much as we can learn about Power BI, so we will format that to look better. So we'll go to the bubbles. We'll make these gradient by sales amount. Let's do that, how it looks like. And another thing we see what we can have is hmm, So there are a lot of options we can select, but I think we will leave it here. This is our chart, and we don't need this. Okay, so, I think we'll leave it here. We'll consider it a completed uh, sales overview. So there are a lot of options you can experiment, uh, but for the perspective of this video, let's make these so we can just select, and these you see this sales amount. The darker we have Newcastle, we have 741. The darker we have means the more sales there are. And one more thing we can do with that is sales amount by customer city. Let's count our visuals. If we have done everything. We have sales by products. So now this is all of the data because we have not selected any of the year. So this is the sales. Number one is sales by product category. Number two is sales by customer city, sales by product name, sales by customer city in a map, and the comparison. Basically, comparison would be, we know that we only have the data 2011. That's how we can see, we can go here and in the budget table, fact underscore budget. If you see fact underscore budget, we have only 2011 and 2012 data. So that's how we, and we will give it a name, sales overview. So let's add a text box. Okay, so now we are done with this sales overview graph. So I'll see how much time we have left, and then if we have, we will move to the next one. Okay, so we're done with this one, and next one is so in the next one, which is product details. Basically, that is a smaller. There are slight changes. We will just copy this and duplicate it just to save our time because sometimes there are slight changes. Let's do that for the product details because that will save a lot of time. So in the product details, we have sales by product name, and then we have a sales amount by customer city on top, and we don't need a budget versus that. And it's not here. But here we will see the top 10 products. Top and 10 by the sales amount. So we have top 10 products. Okay. And sales comparisons by budget. And the last one we have is viewers, that is important difference between the sales overview and the product, because we have now customer, all these filters here, year and months, and we have sales by product name, top 10, sales amount by city, and now we'll add a tabular chart, matrix table, and in the matrix, That is the basic difference here. We will select products. Let's see what we have here. Product category, subcategory, month, product, category, and then we have a product, subcategory, okay, and then we have the month, month name. Okay, columns is basically month name, and then we need the sales amount. Sales amount. Basically, in the year 2011, we only have bike sales. You see, if we go to the sales overview, we only have bike sales. So if we deselect these, but in the bike sales, we have these two mountain bikes. But basically what we'll do is we'll just remove that. Yes, we have accessories. We can look into that. Mountain bikes, clothing, and so on. So these are the products. Basically, it's a products details. So we have this table is giving us the products and their subcategories. And one thing we can do is use we can further format these cell elements. You see the background color now. Let's do that. Gradient by sales. See the most sales are like this. Let's sort this data. Okay, now what it does is it's giving us the top sales. You see, most of the sales are with the bikes, but we can expand if we expand these further. That's how it looks like. So basically, it says that most of the sales, the darker we have, I think data bars. If we don't have the data bar, let's see how it looks like. Yeah, it looks better now. It gives us the shades of where the most sales lies. You know, we'll save that and let's see what's the next one. Customer details. What's in the customer details? Because I think we can use the same and little bit changes are required for customers details. So we'll duplicate that and give it customer details. Customer details. We'll save our data and in the customer details we have sales by month. So remember we created the sales by month graph here. No, no. We basically what we'll do is we'll copy this graph just to make it faster and we don't need it here and we'll put this one here and that is basically by month. So what we'll do is instead of product category we will use English month name in the legend. See, and sales by customer city. Sales by customer city. So instead of product name, we will use by sales by customer city. And we'll remove that and filtering top N, 10 cities, top 10 and by my year's sales and apply. So we have top 10 cities here, sales by customer city. We have sales by location, sales by customer city, top London, and here we are seeing it sales by customer city and sales by month. That is where we need it here. Okay, viewers, we have sales by product category. Let's change its title. Sales by month. Sales by month. 3.2. Perfect. We'll make it a bit bigger. And in the last, we have the full name and sales. So here we will use the, instead of, we'll use the full name of the customer. Okay. Now, viewers, we are done with our graph. Sorry, with our Power BI project, uh, which is SQL Server, AdventureWorks database, and Power BI interaction and Power BI dashboard. So we'll save that. So let's review quickly what we have done today. First, we imported the data. Then we created measures. Then we used slicers and all that, and related graphs. So first one is like difference, sales by customer city, sales by product name, sales comparisons by budgeted sales, sales by customer city. This is our sales overview. In the products details, it's a bit busy, but what we have is categories by, these are some slicers. This is a year slicer. We explained in the first video, first sales overview project dashboard, and then we have this budget amount. Then we have the customer sales amount by customer city, sales by product name, and then we have the sales by product and subcategory. And then in the last we have a difference. Basically, we saved our time by utilizing, because most of these are same. Some of the changes we have based on the dashboard overview, what dashboard we're working. So this is product details, so we'll change the name to product details, and this will we give it a name, customer customer details. Okay, now it looks nice. So viewers, if you have any questions, any related queries about this dashboard, please leave comments. And also please, that's very important, like and share our video, and also subscribe our channel, because that will motivate us to create more and more uh, videos on learning data analytics uh, in general, and Power BI and other related topics specifically. So thank you very much, viewers, and have a great day.